बिल्लाहि मिनश्शैतानिर रजीम बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम. Dear friends, welcome to Idea Foundation Forum. In lecture 185, we discussed divine connectivity of animals. Divine connectivity of animals under the series of Qur'anic philosophy of unity in diversity. In the said lecture, mean 185, we looked at various aspects of animal life revealed in the Quran regarding creation of animals, pairing them into male and female for perpetuation of posterities, their lifestyle, and divinity behind the mysteries of creation and sustainability of their life. In recent times, science has discovered a large number of amazing wonders relating to the animal life too, which stand witness to the truth of the facts revealed by the Quran 1500 years ago. Just imagine. Today, under the title of Divine Connectivity and Mysteries of Animal Life, we will discuss the current discoveries made by science with the perspective of the Quranic revelations, inviting the thoughtful mind of this age to analyze the facts revealed in the Quran centuries ago, when it was humanly impossible to access such credible information with little means available then. Such an analysis, the outcome of such an analysis will surely convince a fair-minded researcher about the divinity of the Quran and the truth it contains. It is in fact fulfillment of Allah's promise made in Ayat 53 of Surah Fussilat, which says, "We will show them our signs, Allah's signs, in the horizons, in the universe, and within themselves, until it becomes clear to them that it is the truth." The Quran is the truth. The grand purpose behind revealing this truth is told in Ayat 52 of Surah Ibrahim, seeking attention of the whole humanity, not only Muslims, the whole humanity in a very precise manner. The ayat says, this, the Quran, is notification for the people that they may be warned thereby, and that they may know that He is but one God, and that those of understanding will be reminded. Before starting discussion on the mysteries of animal life, I may request you to revisit lecture 185 to fully understand and appreciate the Quranic revelations on the divinity working behind the mysteries of animal life. So, dear friends, let us start with the 4 animals mentioned in the Quran. The universe is full of innumerable great wonders of nature, but the Quran has not ignored mentioning of even the lowest creatures of the universe. In fact, the man is informed that it is not the great wonders like the stars or the sun only that manifest the existence of the great Creator. Even the tiniest creatures like mosquito, honeybee, camel, and fly also manifest mind-boggling mysteries of the nature and mastery of their Creator. It is for us that the star is awesome and the fly is tiniest. But before the great might of Allah, size or might of both are absolutely insignificant. By mentioning the lowest creatures, Allah tells us that every creature without distinction of size is in His vision, and it has been assigned a specific role in life commanded through definite divine direction or consciousness, for which it will also be accountable for its conduct in this life on the day of judgment. Conduct of this life will be accountable on the day of judgment. I may quote a few verses in this context. Ayat 26 of Surah Baqarah says, listen, I am reading the translation. Indeed, Allah is not timid, shy to present an example of a mosquito or of an even smaller thing. And those who believed know that it is the truth from their Lord. But as for those who disbelieve, they say, what did Allah intend by this as an example? They consider it frivolous. Ayat 38 of Surah Al-An'am says, and there is no creature on or within the earth or bird that flies with its wings, except that they are communities, they are societies like you, they are families like you. We have not neglected in the register anything. Then unto their Lord they will be gathered for accountability. Ayat 6 of Surah Hud says, and there is no creature on the earth, but that upon Allah is its provision, and He knows its place of dwelling and place of storage. All is in a clear register. Ayat 73 of Surah Al-Hajj says, O people, an example is presented, so listen to it. Indeed, those who invoke besides Allah will never create as much as a fly, a tiniest creature, a fly, even if they gather together for that purpose. And if the fly should steal away from them a tiny thing, a small thing, they could not recover it from the fly. Weak are the pursuer and pursued. Both are weak before the might of God. So, dear friends, now let us think about the mosquito. Why Allah is not shy of giving example of a mosquito as noticed in Surah Baqarah? Because it in its own right, in its own place, tells mysteries of the nature, wonders of the nature. Mosquitoes communicate with each other like you and me. Mosquitoes communicate with each other through their antennae. However, antenna of male mosquito is highly sensitive to sounds emitted by the female that helps him in finding her for mating. He is blessed with special wings. Male is blessed with special wings which help him grab a female while mating in the air. Just imagine. After mating, she needs blood for development of her eggs. Thus, it is only and only female mosquito which is divinely inspired to bite the human for sucking blood due to her protein needs. That too within a specified period when she requires it. Development of an egg into larva and then into a living being involves a highly intricate, complex process passing through several stages, exposed to perpetual risks and challenges, but the divine care makes it accomplished safely. So, dear friends, during developmental stages, eggs change their color many times. Likewise, larvae change their skins 3-4 times in view of environmental risks. Respiration through an aerial tube makes survival of larvae possible in water. Viscous secretion produced by their bodies protects them from water influx. You know, when they are in water, it is essential to save them. Mosquitoes' blood-sucking process manifests an amazingly complex system. It is equipped with extremely sensitive heat receptors, which can detect heat difference as small as 1 divided by 1000 degrees centigrade. Such heat sensitivity helps it in locating blood veins even in complete dark because of higher temperature of blood of its victim. Just imagine, in human blood, another mystery. In human blood, there is an enzyme chemical, which immediately stops the draining blood by creating a clot over a cut. But amazingly, when a mosquito cuts a blood vein, mosquito secretes a special chemical and spreads it over the cut instantly, which stops clotting of blood and lets it complete sucking of blood in a myriad quantity, not as much as she desires, but as much as she requires within a limited time when the eggs are to be developed. Now imagine what a great mystery lies in this highly efficient sequencing of series of acts in stealing of blood from a proud human by a tiniest creature so masterly. Such meticulous arrangement neither reached to its perfection due to some evolutionary process, nor it came into existence by coincidence. Rather, the mosquito was created with such divine consciousness that guides it to follow a determined life since the day of creation. This is divine order. So, dear friends, like mosquito, the honeybee which collects the honey, like mosquito, the honeybee is mentioned in the Quran. Allah has inspired it. Allah has inspired the honeybee with His divine direction to spend life in a determined way as revealed in ayat 68 and 69 of Surah An-Nahl in the words. Listen the translation. And your Lord, your Allah, inspired to the bee, sent a wahi to the bee. Take for yourself among the mountains, houses, and among the trees, and in that which they construct. Then eat from all the fruits and follow the ways of your Lord. Laws of your Lord. Laws laid down for you. There emerges from their bellies a drink, varying in colors, in which there is healing for the people. Indeed, in that is a sign for a people who give thought. So, according to the inspired code, the bees spend a highly cohesive and disciplined social life and produce honey much more than their own needs to serve the human as directed by Allah. Let us see how bees comply with the given divine direction. For quality product of honey, temperature of the hive should be around 35 degrees centigrade. It is average 35. A ventilation group is assigned the task of maintaining temperature and humidity within the desired range. When it is hot, a large group of bees, this ventilation group, a large group of bees fan the hive with their wings at the entrance of hive. Air entering from one side is forced to leave from the other side, pushing to the corners. For that, extra ventilator bees work within the hive to push the air to all corners of the hive, finally channeling it to the exit point. Circulation. So, dear friends, within the hive, a strong bacteria control system is established through a group of guardian bees, another group of guardian bees to prevent harmful substances from entering the hive. To guard against major external threats, especially bacteria, the hive cracks, broken parts of the hive, are repaired by applying a balm type substance prepared by mixing their own secreted propolis with secretions collected from different plants. Propolis has the feature. Propolis is another secretion produced by the bees. Propolis has the feature to kill bacteria. Thus, it is used by the bees for embalming against bacteria, to fight against the bacteria. It raises important questions. Just focus on it. How could bees know antibacterial feature of this substance? How? Number 2, how could bees produce a substance which can be produced in laboratory with the use of technology and knowledge of modern chemistry? Number 3, How bees could know that dead insects cause bacteria? It leads to belief in their divine consciousness. They are divinely told. So, dear friends, another mystery of the bee's life is observed in the way they communicate with each other through body postures about the source of food, direction and distance of the source of food, and time required for the honey collection trip. How much time it will take to reach there and how much time it will take to come back. The bees know how time and distance for the trip is to be adjusted with the rising and declining of the sun. A bee having consumed nectar of a flower marks it by leaving a drop of special scent on it. The next visiting bee smells from a distance that the flower is of no use and so goes on directly towards another without wasting time and energy. Do we have such communication system? It's a wonder of Allah. So, dear friends, an average hive accommodates about 80,000 bees besides storage of honey. It is made up of bees' wax-walled honeycombs having hundreds of tiny cells of exactly the same size. Mathematically, its hexagonal structure is the most economical in terms of storage capacity and materials used to build them compared with other forms of structures. Cells of honeycombs are kept 30-degree raised on two sides to prevent leaking of honey from mouth of the cell. Bees collect the wax from plants with little hooks on their legs and keep chewing to soften it for building the cells. Construction of honeycomb starts from upside down in three rows. It is completed in such harmony and order, discipline, that it, despite hundreds of different angles in its structure, appears one uniform piece. Imagine, how can such a geometric wonder of geometry be accomplished by thousands of bees working together without the unified divine consciousness? So, dear friends, camel is another animal mentioned in the Quran as a wonderful creation of Allah. Let me quote here ayat 17 to 21 of Surah Al-Ghasiyah, which refer to some wonders of the nature, including the camel in the words. Listen the translation. Have they not looked at the camel, how it was created, and at the sky, how it was raised up, and at the mountains, how they were embedded, pegged, and at the earth, how it was smoothed out. So remind them, you are only a reminder. What is meant by you? The Prophet. You are only a reminder. You are not supposed to compel them. You are just to inform them. In these verses, mention of the camel is made along with cosmic giants and mountains to tell us that all big and small things have been created by Allah and they are equally insignificant before His great might. Secondly, the camel is also a wonder like cosmic bodies. It is called ship of the desert. The interlocking system of eyelashes and long hairs on nose and ears protect the camel from sand of deserts. Since there is paucity of ground foliage in deserts, plants on the ground, its long neck helps it reach on leaves of trees at a height of 9 to 10 feet. Structure of feet is most suitable for sandy deserts. Strong skin covered with thick matted woolly hairs protects its body against freezing and burning weather conditions and water loss. It has ability to adjust its body temperatures to counter extreme weathers. It can survive temperatures up to positive 50 degrees centigrade in summer and down to minus 50 degrees centigrade in winter. It can survive on its stored stock of water for 3 weeks, while the proud man, under same circumstances, can survive up to 36 to 48 hours. It has been created with such a blood composition which does not let it deceleration in blood circulation even when water level in the camel's body is substantially reduced. Even this small description of the camel tells the wonders of its creation and mastery of its great creator. So, my dear friends, in the beginning of today's talk, we mentioned ayat 73 of Surah Al-Hajj. It challenges the disbelievers that they cannot create even a tiniest thing like the fly, which has been created by Allah with wonderful abilities that can make the proud man helpless. Spherical eyes with up to 5,000 lenses enable the fly to see on all directions simultaneously. That provides it with extraordinary means of protection. We, the Muslims, never felt urged to know the benefits of this creature, which has specially been mentioned in the Quran. However, recently, science has witnessed its great significance for the mankind. Flies are the most devoted pollinating agent. Honey bees are generally credited for pollination. They actually pack the pollen away in special baskets on their legs, which mean the pollen grains are not available for pollinating the next flower. Flies don't have the baskets, so all the pollen grains that get stuck on the hairs on their body are available to pollinate the next flowers. It has been observed that flies are the major source of food for many animals, especially birds, lizards, and frogs. They consume rotting organic matter which otherwise may cause environmental hazards. Just imagine. Maggots of the flies, larvae of the flies, can be used to treat gangrenous wounds. Gangrenous wounds without using antibiotics. Sheep blowfly larvae can be used to treat diabetic ulcers, bed sores, and other wounds by applying them to infected areas. What they do? The larvae eat the infected tissues, cleansing the wound with their antibacterial saliva and speeding up new tissue growth. Just imagine. So, dear friends, the secret learned from preceding discussion, the discussion we have made so far, is that all things, big or small, created by Allah, manifest, shows great mysteries of the divine order, divine connectivity behind the matter they are made of, and great mastery of the Creator. It invites us to ponder on three essential points. First, we must search the divinity behind the materiality of objects as desired in Ayat 7 of Surah Rum shown on the screen. Second, the whole universe has been made subservient to the man as revealed in Ayat 20 of Surah Luqman shown on the screen. Thus, the man should fully explore all of its aspects, apparent or unapparent, for the benefit of mankind, thanking his great Creator, the Sustainer. Third, everything, small or big, has its role and significance assigned to it within the divine order set by Allah. So, dear friends, before concluding the discussion, I may share with you that Idea Foundation is launching another research work titled Prerequisites of a Modern, Scientific and Progressive Muslim Society and the Quran in the light of Quran. We want to make you our valued partners in this noble cause, noble enterprise. Please email at abdulkhalik542018 a list of as many prerequisites as you think appropriate to evolve a modern, scientific and progressive Muslim society today. We will try to find solutions to the proposed prerequisites from the Quran and share with you in our lectures or by compiling a book with reference to your inputs. We hope your earliest response. Please also subscribe ideafoundation.com.pk YouTube web channel for our permanent partnership. It is lecture number 189 and its research code is IDEA2R20. Thank you friends for participation. Allah Hafiz.